Alright, so I decided to do a big update. This will be a long one, but there's a lot of fun projects going on. Chickens have been out for a while exploring and grazing, finding good food. I got all these transplants, a lot to pot on, grow out for seeders, others to give to the outpost. Here's the garden. We'll go back to the bees at the end. This is what happens when you let sunflowers go. You're afraid of pulling things out. Not afraid, just letting things go wild. There's a couple tomatoes buried in there and some remnants from the winter garden. So there's a couple carrots left and beets. A little bit of kohlrabi. This is, tomato, early growth, trying to get the sun a little tall and skinny, but not much fruit. There's the first tomatoes for us. That's Roma, so you can tell it's wider. This is the end of our snap peas, sugar snaps. I'm redoing the trellis, so you see it was wood with rope or cloth or whatever you want to call it, nylon, and now it's going to be metal on metal, so a little more durable, a little bigger. And already we've got cucumbers coming up that are going to jump up the trellis. This is the fun stuff. There's pumpkins everywhere. So this is those little pie pumpkins that I buried to compost to help break down, because all of this is just leaves on top of lawn, and so they have exploded now that it's finally warm enough, and they're already setting lots of fruit. You see a couple. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these pumpkins. They're running into the neighbor's yard. They're running all over. There's another big patch. Fortunately, it wasn't all just pumpkins that got buried. There's also some summer squash. So this is mid-April and already have been harvesting summer squash. Talk about weird timing. This is the fig tree. It got pruned real hard, but there's right up there. Oh, she just flew away. It's a little mockingbird making a nest. She didn't like my attention. I just turned the compost, added some more lawn clippings. That's a bunch of fig trees to give away from cutting off the branches. Just decided to propagate. So I had hundreds of fig trees to give away. I've just been pulling out all of the seedlings, the can yard, because the pumpkins were smothering it. And so lots of tomatoes that need to go somewhere, lots of other little projects, tropicals and things. So these are the cassia and the acacia for the food forest out at the property. And as you can see, lots of fruit. Let's see, there's a bigger one, there's a littler one. Anyway, so that's about it. I just made another video about the new worm bin back here. So trying to do worms at a larger scale, and haven't updated on the birds in a while. So they're approximately 2 months from laying eggs, so they're about full size now, and now just waiting for them all to get mature. So I don't know how much I can do this by hand, but this is the hive I had up at Cedars, and I'm gonna set down the camera. Okay. So let's find a better angle. If I can. Just setting it on top of stuff. Alright, so it died. I wasn't around, I don't know how it died, but there was a bunch of frozen bees and no honey left. I was told that in trying to help them, there was a lot of entry to feed them during the winter, so I don't know if that could have, lost a lot of their heat. So I'm using this. I'm going to go pick up 3 pounds of bees on Saturday, and so this is going to be the hive for this year, just because it already has the comb. These are the top bar combs. This can be educational too, I guess. You can see here where I've had to smash them back in. I was real busy and didn't really get to watch the bees out at Cedars last year, so they kind of built their comb all sideways. So these pieces that I'm letting the new hive have are all going to be a little bit straighter in the hopes of keeping them in line. So you can see how bees build on top bars. You see some of it's a little bit older. This is actually half of the comb from the old hive. I didn't want to give the 3 pounds of bees too much, and some of that other comb was really wavy and had queen cells and everything. So let's see, this is what they're getting. So it has spacers in, a little room to grow. This is the feeder at this end, and that's the hive to start. So they'll build out from there, and yeah. So far, I'm a new beekeeper, so gaining lots of good learning experiences all the time. I don't know how much you can see from the camera angle, but we've got some older comb and a little bit damaged from me. There's, this still had a little bit of pollen. You can see in this one, they definitely, frozen popsicles eating all the honey, and a little bit of brood that's still capped. But yeah, so the hive up there is going to be a blessing to hives down here, and we'll get things started. Make sure I put them back rightish way. Anyway, I thought it'd be fun to show y'all the old comb and that project that's happening. And let's see what else. Aquaponics, the peas came out. Aquaponics has really turned into a propagation table, because cuttings just, are so easy in here. So any plant that I wanted, this is just some fire spike, some verbena, there's a tradescantia, some succulents, fig just for experiment. Wow, gotta look where I'm pointing the camera. So yeah, it turned into just for fun propagation. I'm gonna let that arugula go to seed, collect some seeds. Here's the fish now. They're getting more friendly. There's about a dozen goldfish, and they think they're gonna get fed. But yeah, fun system, still learning. And I think that's about it for the backyard projects for right now. What do you say, Bon? Was that a good update? We're gonna remember all this fun stuff? Alright, take care, y'all.